to start with, we provide assistance in getting abroad education loans through different partner lenders, and that list of partners include public sector banks, private banks, NBFCs, and international lenders. As you can see on screen as well, that we have more than 10 lending partners, and we can help you get a broad education loan with them, and we help you throughout the loan process. We assign a personal loan counselor who can help you, guide you, and will also help you in if there is any obstacle that comes midway. So that's a basic overview, and till date, since our inception, we have helped more than 15,000 students and helped them getting loans, and the amount has gone up to more than 5,000 crores in total. And for our services, we have got rave reviews on different platforms like Google, Quora, and Facebook. And the service that we provide is completely free of cost to students. So uh, the entire service, the complete package is completely free, and the process is entirely online. And as we have partnership, we leverage that partnership to help you get the loan uh, quickly and the highest loan amount possible. And if there is a need, we can also get the loan disbursed pre-visa as well. So not diving deep into what GyanDhan does, and if you want to get in touch with GyanDhan, you can definitely mail us at contact@gyandhan.com or visit our website www.gyandhan.com. Coming back to today's topic, so as GyanDhan organizes events every weekend on Fridays and Thursdays, sometimes at Saturdays also, you can check our event page that is on our website. And these events are usually related to abroad education loans and different aspects related to studying abroad. And in the process of the same, today we are going to discuss Forex Decoded and all about sending money abroad. And to discuss on this topic, we have with us two eminent speakers. I would like to introduce Mr. Dev Mehta, who is Director of FRR Forex, and Payal Chawla, who is General Manager Foreign Exchange at FRR Forex. Very warm welcome to Dev and Payal. And they both will help us understand Forex when you send money abroad. So without further ado, I would like to call on stage Mr. Dev and Payal to take it from here. Over to you, Dev.
Hey, thanks a lot, Rahul, and good evening, everyone. For those of you who have just joined in, good evening, and as usual, Rahul and the full GyanDhan team, thanks a lot for having Payal and myself here today to speak to all the candidates about foreign exchange and how we can help them add value. So I'm just going to quickly share my screen. Second, yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna can you guys see my screen properly?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So like Rahul mentioned, I'm Dev Mehta and I run my family business. The name of our company is FRR Forex. I am joined by my colleague Payal Chawla, who is also a veteran in this space as well. So without further ado, I'm going to first show you a short video about ourselves, and which will give you a very macro level view about who we are and what we have to offer. And then obviously we will get into the nitty-gritties of the presentation.
Hello, and welcome to FRR Forex. I'm Dev Mehta, a third-generation entrepreneur. In this video, I'll be walking you through the benefits of transacting with us and how we can be your perfect foreign exchange solution. Having been in the business since 1983, we understand exactly what it takes to help you sail through your overseas education journey. I've had the good fortune of doing my undergrad from Pace University in the US and my MBA from Oxford University in UK. So I know exactly how exciting this journey is for you. And that is why with us at FRR Forex, the last thing you need to worry about is high foreign exchange rates, hidden charges, unresponsive call centers, and cumbersome documentation. Some of the key advantages of working with us are our special rates and low processing charges that make a significant monetary difference. an excellent on-demand customer service to address all your concerns promptly, and a smooth online KYC process which ensures that no unknown person can access your sensitive information. What's more, our value-added services like overseas student medical insurance and education loans, which are hard to find with most other companies of our nature. This means that all your requirements could be fulfilled under one roof. We go the extra mile to enable you to hedge your exposure so that you don't get too affected by the depreciating Indian rupee. Our remittance process is super seamless. Get in touch with us at least a day or two prior, submit all your documents, and complete your online KYC. On the day you'd like to make the transfer, all you need to do is make the payment at the mutually agreed upon rate, and you're good to go. Our partner bank will then transfer the funds to the beneficiary, and we will provide you the SWIFT copy the following morning. That's it. With all this, we also provide multi-currency cards, student travel packages, and internships, making FRR Forex your trusted one-stop shop. It's our commitment to make your overseas education finances a breeze. And that's why we guarantee you more money for your money.
Okay, so that's a brief about us. Like I mentioned in the video, like it's mentioned in the video, we have been in existence since 1983. We still continue to run the business that my grandfather acquired in 1983, where we are leading brokers for bank treasury departments that are trading USD INR swaps. Come 1992, my father applied for what we call as a money changing license, and he owned and ran a company called FRR Forex up until 2007-2008 when he sold it to Thomas Cook India. Again in 2010, in July 2010, we started under the name of FRR Forex, and we also have two other sister concerns, which is FRR Shares, which was also incorporated in 2010, where we are SEBI-approved equity brokers in the secondary markets, and FRR Immigration, where we specialize in immigration by investment. So, EB5, Portuguese Golden Visa, etc., etc. But that's not what we're here for today. What we're here
Dave, sorry to disturb. I think there's the voice is not clear. Payal, can you hear the voice? I mean, hello.
Oh,
Yeah,
but I think it was audible to me. But anyways, Dave, just maybe you can just increase the volume a bit.
Yeah, voice
Am
is
I
not
audible?
clear. Students are also writing that.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Okay. Dave is not.
Payal,
Rahul,
yeah, you are audible, but the voice is a bit unclear.
is this better now?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
so.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So the real reason why we are here today, everyone, is how we can help add value to your overseas education journey, especially when you are transferring money abroad. The first and the most important question that we get asked every single time is that, Dave, how can FRR Forex help me save money? So, all of us have accounts with HDFC, Kotak, State Bank of India, Bank of Baroda, you name the bank, right? All of us hold savings accounts with them. But we all realize, you people will all get to realize when I tell you that none of these banks actively promote foreign exchange. So you never see a billboard or a hoarding or an email from your bank saying that, come, we'll help you transfer your university fees when you're going abroad to study. The reason why this happens is because for a bank, foreign exchange is a value-added service. It's almost like, if you go to the bank, you ask them for the rate, then they will give it to you. They will not actively promote it because it's a value-added service. For us, foreign exchange is our core service. So it's our bread and butter, and that is why we are able to offer you significantly better rates and better service. Ultimately, even we route these transactions through a bank. But the reason why we are able to give you a better rate is because we negotiate a bulk rate with the bank for the entire year. We negotiate a rate of $50 million. Whereas even though you are transferring a large sum of money, maybe $25, $30, $40,000 every year, we still have a significantly higher bargaining power compared to you as an individual who's transferring a lot of money, but still it's not as large as ours.
Also, the processing charges, which you will see in the following slides, are around 300 rupees as compared to a bank that would charge you anywhere between 1,500 to 2,500 rupees. Also, where we are able to add value is on payments that are made through Flywire and Convera and other such portals. So, most of you might be going to the US to study, and your universities might have mandated payments for you through for international payments only through this portal called Flywire. So when you read Flywire, please, please, please do not get confused. At that time, it should ring a bell that, oh, FRR had told me about Flywire, and maybe I should contact them. The reason why I'm telling you this is because there are two ways in which you can transfer money through Flywire. Either you pay them directly or you pay them through us. So the difference is that when you pay them directly compared to us, you are paying almost 70 to 80 paisa extra per US dollar. As you can see in my slides, the top half of the screen shows you the rate of 83.17 per US dollar for $10,000 post all charges. The similar comparison is our rate of 82.27 for $10,000 on the same day, right? So, and this is again post all charges, excluding TCS. So you're almost saving 90 paisa per US dollar. So this can vary between 70 to 90 paisa per US dollar. So that is something that you have to kind of keep in mind. We will help you, we will guide you in terms of selecting the right option in order to make the payment through us to Flywire and subsequently to your university. Now, mind you that all of this is official, is legal, and acceptable by Flywire. We are fully working within the norms of RBI. We are fully working within the norms that Flywire expects these payments. So don't worry, it is absolutely official. We do not do anything that violates the guidelines of RBI. So again, for Flywire, for those of you especially who are going to the US, here's how you can save money. Also, guys, I'm aware that maybe not all of you are going to the US. Some of you may be going to Canada, Germany, UK, Australia, whatever. The same funda of saving payments, of saving money on payments applies. So 70, 80, 90 paisa is pretty much an average that you can consider, if not more, on your pound payment, your euro payment, Australian dollar payment, Singapore dollar, Canadian dollar, whatever be it. So we've just standardized it to the US dollars just so that everyone gets an idea. Similarly, similar to Flywire, there's another portal called Convera. Now you can make the payment through Convera as well, but Convera is very, very popular amongst Canadian universities as well as UK and European universities. So again, when you hear the word Convera, just like Flywire, please, kind of get in touch with us. We will help you select the right option in order to help you save money. Just like Flywire, Convera also has the option of you making the payment through us rather than directly. Again, we've taken a like-to-like comparison out here for 10,000 Canadian dollars. On the same day, Convera was giving a rate of 62.22, whereas our rate post all charges was 61 rupees. So you're almost saving 1 rupee 20 paisa, right? Again, significant amount of saving. Same kind of rule applies to the pound and any other currency. Also, all of you might be aware that working sometimes with banks can be a nightmare in terms of all the paperwork that is required, etc., etc. So we are trying to make the process as seamless for you as possible. All your documentation will be submitted online. You really don't need to, you don't need to submit any physical documents except the Form A2 for every single transaction. We are trying to limit your interaction, or we're trying to provide you as much convenience as possible without stepping out of your home or office to get the transaction done. as compared to, and once all your documentation is with us, we keep it on record so that you don't have to keep submitting all the documentation over and over again. So again, I'm sure most of you are kind of well versed with the issues that can arise in the bank. So here we are, just like GyanDhan, trying to offer you a better service in order to make your life easier. Now, coming to tax collected at source, which is a very hot topic these days. There has been a lot of confusion caused in the media, because of no proper guidelines, etc. So TCS is applicable on all outward remittances since 1st of October 2020. TCS is going to be applicable on overseas education. So on all the university fee payments that you are making, TCS is applicable. TCS is also applicable on all the transfers that you will be making to the student's account for the student's living expenses. Right? TCS is applicable on both these on both these scenarios. Now, let me explain to you how TCS is calculated. Every resident Indian is allowed to remit 7 lakhs of rupees per financial year without paying TCS. Guys, mind you, this limit is not per year, per transaction, it is per financial year. Once you have crossed that limit, you pay TCS on the differential amount above 7 lakhs. So let me explain to you. Suppose you come to us today and say, I want to do a transaction worth 10 lakhs of rupees. I want to send 10 lakhs of rupees to my university. And this is my first transaction of the year. The TCS that you will pay is on 3 lakhs of rupees. 10 minus 7. Say you come back next week again to us and say, I want to transfer another 10 lakhs of rupees to my university. At that time, you will pay TCS on the entire 10 lakhs because you have exhausted your limit of 7 lakhs of rupees today. The percentage of TCS that you pay depends on 2 factors. First, whether you've taken an education loan. If you have taken an education loan, then you will pay 0.5% TCS on the differential amount above 7 lakhs. If you are self-funded, you will pay 5% on the differential amount above 7 lakhs. So let me give you an example again. So let's take, for example, the today's scenario that I explained, where you have to pay TCS on 3 lakhs of rupees. If you are self-funded, you pay 5% of 3 lakhs, which is 15,000 rupees. If you've taken an education loan, you will pay 0.5% of 3 lakhs, which is 1,500 rupees. Come next week, you will pay 5% on 10 lakhs of rupees if you want to transfer 10 lakhs, which is 50,000 rupees. And if you've taken an education loan, it will be 0.5% of 10 lakhs, which is 5,000 rupees. So this is how TCS calculation will work. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask us. And I already see that questions are flowing in the chat box, and Payal is doing her best to answer those questions. Now, the government has proposed a new TCS structure, which was going to come into effect from 1st of July, but now that has been postponed to 1st of October. However, for the purpose of paying your university fees and for the purpose of transferring money to a student's account for their living expenses, the TCS structure remains the same. 5% in case of self-funding and 0.5% in case of an education loan. So for students, nothing changes. Okay, we do collect certain documentation, which I will talk about in my next slide, so that you are aware what documentation we require in order to prove that you are a student. TCS is just like TDS, so it can be claimed against the income taxes payable by the remitter every single year. TCS will show up in the remitter's form 26AS as well. So now, if you do a remittance in July, August, September quarter, the TCS will show up by mid to end of November on the remitters form 26AS. We will be providing you a TCS certificate for the amount of TCS that you have paid, so that you can give that to your chartered accountant and they can reconcile with at the end of the financial year. Now, coming to the documentation that is required. First, we've bifurcated for the remitter, who is in many cases can be the parent. So we will require the Aadhaar card and the PAN card of the remitter. We will provide you the Form A2, which is required by RBI for any outward remittance, which you need to fill, sign, and send back to us. The mobile number and email address, as that is KYC related, and the 2-year ITR acknowledgements, because now the new TCS provision says that if the remitter has not filed for income taxes for the past 2 years, then the TCS amount will be 10%. In the case of the student, we will require the student's front and last page of the passport, the university acceptance letter, the visa, and for those of you who are going to the US, we will require your I-20. For those who are going to the UK, you must give us your CAS letter, Singapore, your student pass. If you're going anywhere in Europe, you need to give us your residency permit, and the same thing with the UK as well. We will require the university's bank account details and the student's bank account details if you are transferring for the living expenses. And like I mentioned earlier, the Flywire and Convera payment instructions, which are unique to every transaction. Lastly, I'm sure a lot of you are taking an education loan. So you will have to provide us the education loan disbursement letter and not the sanction letter. Okay? Because we need proof that you have availed of the education loan. This is required in order to prove and in order to get the benefit of the 0.5% TCS. All the documentation that we collect is one-time documentation, so you don't need to keep submitting it to us over and over again. As for the remittance process, many of you may have seen it in my video, but I'll go over it quickly again, that you would need to get in touch at least 2 or 3 days in advance. Submit all your documents to us so that we can get your KYC done. The day you'd like to transfer, we will send you an Excel screenshot, like how you saw in my previous slides, with the rate, the charges, the TCS, etc., so that you know exactly what you are paying for. You must transfer the funds to us by 2 p.m. in order for us to effect the transfer on the same day. The following day, we will give you what we call as a SWIFT copy, which is proof that the funds have been transferred from our end. Okay. Sorry, but I'm going to quickly play a testimonial.
Who has availed an education loan through HDFC Credila, I believe.
Hi, my name is Akshay Thakkar. I'm a client of FRR Forex Limited. Recently my son went to UK and we took a loan from Credila. They imposed upon us that you have to make the payment via us only. And then we realized that I wanted to check another options also because they were pushing me. So then I went to FRR Forex through our consultant. He suggested that he gave us 2 options where I checked it and we realized that yes, we can make a direct payment also. And then I told Credila guys to make the payment to our account. They did it. And FRR suggested that they had 2 options, either through Flywire or directly. They not only saved my money to the extent of approximately 5,000 to 6,000 rupees, but the process was also very smooth. They guided us very well on documentation and process. I request all of you to please check once that there is other options available also apart from loans. Please check with FRR Forex. They are much better than all. Thank you very much.
So that is one of our happy clients who studies in the
fees to us. So just to give you guys a brief on our track record, we have transacted more than $65 million in the past 3 years alone. We have serviced more than a little over 1,600 families, and we have saved more than 3.5 crores for all our students and parents. Some of the other services that we do have is the currency and forex cards. So you can get in touch with us for that. You may need a little bit of currency and forex cards for your initial expenses when you land there in your country of study. You can get in touch with us, Payal and myself, on these are our contact details. You can get in touch with us on call, WhatsApp, or email in order to find out more about our services. So these are our contact details. We are also located in Mumbai, Delhi, Pune, Chennai, and Ahmedabad. So if you want to meet any of our representatives in any of these cities, we would be happy to introduce you to them, and they may resolve all your queries. We are very active on social media, namely Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. So you can check us out there. Starting end of this month, early next month, we will be posting a lot of offers because it's the peak season time. So you can definitely check out our offers there. So that's it from me. I'm going to leave our contact details slide here. And you can now feel free to ask us questions as well.
They can get in touch with GyanDhan as well for forex services. So
Yes, I mean that
right.
is possible as well.
Right. So yeah. So guys, you can get in touch with us. We can put any other slide so that we can move with the Q&A portion of the webinar. Right. Sorry. Yeah. So guys, as I can see that Payal has answered almost all the questions. Payal, if you can see any
Yeah,
questions there,
I
otherwise,
tried. I'm just left with the last few. So I'm just
otherwise
reading
there
it
are
through because, yeah,
there
people
are
can
too many
ask
questions
also.
on our YouTube live as well. So I'll start taking those questions. I'll put the
Yeah,
questions in
yeah.
the
Chat
chat box
box.
here.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
copy
sure, sure.
just a second. I'll start with. So I'll start with question from Ayush Rathod, and the question is, I'm putting that question in the chat box and showing that on stage. Ayush is asking, a lot of banks who disperse loan prefer to send money directly to the institution. Due to this, some students have to follow the forex rate provided by them. Is there any way around?
That's a very good question. There are certain banks, and I believe most of them are the PSU banks, which is like State Bank of India, Bank of Baroda, etc. They insist, and I think that's a part of the loan agreement, that they will disperse the funds directly. There is there is not much that can be done about that, unfortunately. Um, we cannot help you much on that. But in case you're transferring any excess funds through your savings or something like that, we can definitely transfer those for you.
Great. I think that helps, Ayush. And as- another question, it is on similar lines that to transfer money, foreign exchange will have to transfer money to our account. Banks refuse to do so. Uh, and the question is asked by Jignesh. So I think the answer will be the same.
Yeah,
They
the answer is the same.
Okay. So next question is, and this question is asked by Ujjwal Jyoti. The question is that does your card in service work in Europe?
Yes. So all the services that I have spoken about in terms of the card or the remittance, it's we can transfer anywhere in the world. Um, you know, unless and until there is a controversial country like Ukraine or something like that, where the bank has a lot of rules, or Iran and stuff. So the bank has a lot, some may have some rules around that. But all the popular countries like America, Germany, France, UK, Canada, Australia, Singapore, Hong Kong, New Zealand, all these popular Italy, all these popular destinations, we can transfer money, and you can use your Forex card there as well.
Okay. One question. This is from Tanvi. Tanvi has asked us on YouTube chat that if transactions are happening via loan from a bank, is there any provision to do it via you?
I'm
Yes,
just
there
typing.
is a yes, there is a provision, and I believe someone else has also asked the question regarding Credila. See, sorry, Naga Babu. Similar question to yours. You can definitely get in touch with us. You can tell Credila that we have our you have made your own arrangements for foreign exchange, and it is absolutely fine if they are transferring into your co-applicant's account as well. You can kind of insist that you will be transferring the funds. So you will have to do a little bit of negotiating with them, but I'm sure you will get your way around.
Uh,
Dave, have you
one more
applied to
question
Naga
I'm taking.
Babu's question? I think it's the
Yeah,
same.
it's the similar. I
Yeah.
mentioned
Okay.
that.
Okay. So I'm just reading through. I'm just wondering.
Yeah. If you find any question, Payal, just you can ask that
Yeah,
question so that
if
everyone
any is
can know.
unanswered, because there's flurry of questions in case I missed something, so just please repeat again.
Yeah.
I'm trying to answer
So
whichever
there is a flurry
possible.
of questions in YouTube chat also. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to pick.
So
Few
that Dave
questions.
is handling, I'll just put on the chat thing.
Right. Dr. Veena is asking, is TCS applicable on NRE account?
So TCS is not applicable on NRE accounts, but we are not allowed to, as license holders of foreign exchange, we are not allowed to transfer funds for NRIs. That is something that you can only do with banks. So unfortunately, we will not be able to help you there as well.
Yeah. One question is from Apurva, and Apurva is asking why the charges are low for education loan and higher for self-funded. Is there a catch?
No, there is no catch. That's just how the government has laid it out. The government does not want to tax.
They're already paying interest there.
Yeah, the government does not want to kind of tax those who have taken an education loan.
So yeah, Karan is asking, can the living expenses be shown under education purpose if those being transferred from savings via for FRR?
Yes, absolutely. Because what the government states is that all the expenses that you incur when you are studying abroad are on account of your education there, so that will be considered as overseas education related expenses.
Okay. I think there is a okay. One question is from Manu, and the question is TCS applicable on Forex card?
Yes, TCS is applicable on Forex cards as well, but that is only above the seven once you cross the 7 lakh rupee limit.
Okay. I'm trying to find more questions. Ayush is asking for transfer to Canada, how much we can expect to save with you.
Uh, like I said, anywhere between around 50 to like maybe 70 to 90 paisa on the Canadian dollar, as what we have seen with the banks. As compared to Flywire, I mean, as compared to Convera, very popular amongst Canadian universities, maybe one rupee or so.
Okay. Yeah. Next question is from Mayuresh. Mayuresh is asking, can be the remitter be the student?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. The student can be the remitter. That's a very good question, Mayuresh. I'm going to dive a little deeper into this and explain to you who else can be the remitter. So the student can definitely be the remitter, both the parents, the sibling of the student, and the spouse. So you can only transfer money as a student. Uh, Only these five people can transfer money to the student or for the student's education. You cannot say that my uncle, aunt, mama, chacha, chachi. That does not qualify. Grandparents also do not qualify.
Okay. There are too many questions coming. So in the YouTube chat, I think Payal, you are taking care of the
Yeah.
chat right now.
I am. I'm trying for the chat.
Yeah, if there is any question that you think that it's not, related to just one person and can help more people, you can ask that so that everyone can know the answer file. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything that everyone should know. So next question I am taking is from Jayavardhan. Jayavardhan is asking, do you suggest using different remitters, different pans for any amount towards 7 lakh?
That you can do it. I would not suggest for it, against it. That is something that a lot of people do. So that facility is definitely available for you. But the one thing that you should keep in mind is if you are using different PAN cards, it will count as a different transaction. So you will incur the transaction charges. You can't transfer money to us, 7 lakh rupees from 2 different accounts or 3 different accounts, and then we combine and send it as one. We will have to treat it as different transactions. But yes, it can be done.
Yeah, one more question. I want to take it on stage. Kavin is asking in the AME chat only, that since a student is accepted as a remitter, do you need ITR for me as well?
Fantastic question. There is a workaround for this. So it is absolutely not required. Even I think I saw, I even saw a few questions earlier which said that the parents had not filed ITRs for long times, etc. That is fine. We will kind of figure a way with our compliance
Work with the, yeah,
to make
that's
an
what I said.
to make an arrangement for that. So don't worry. It's not a absolute requirement, but for those who it is available for, we keep it on record, just for our internal purposes in case there is any audit query later on.
Yeah. Giri is
Rahul,
asking.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's tackle that question. That's a good question.
Okay. This TCS was from Giri, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you can answer that.
I think somebody
Dev.
else also had the same question in the chat. So Dev, you answer that.
Okay.
Okay. How does the TCS work? If we first pay personally and then get a claim from the education loan, will the rates be up? What will the rates be applied in this case? How will FRR be help of you? So the TCS, if you are paying personally, then you will have to pay 5%. Okay. So that, and then if you're taking a claim from the education loan lender, then unfortunately, you will have to pay the 5%. We can't give you the 0.5% benefit. The rate that will be applied, I said, would be 5%, and we can help you here in transferring the funds to the university, where you will transfer the INR to our account, and we will transfer it further to the university or to the student's account. But this can be done, only that your TCS percentage will differ. I also want to take this question from Sanjoy, which says, if I open an HSBC account, how is it going to work? Sanjoy, just as a side note, HSBC is great, but if you are in the UK, HSBC may not have the best branch network. So what I would suggest is open an account with Barclays or Lloyds or a NatWest. These are the popular banks amongst in the UK. So try to kind of open a local bank account. Yeah,
I'm just answering this question. My mom will be the remitter for my education loan? I think do TCS will be 0.5 or 5. Yeah, you've just displayed it. So it will be 0.5. Whenever you've taken an education loan, the TCS will be 0.5% only. Only for self-funding, it will be 5%.
So Forex charges apply upon sending or even at receiving?
So when you are receiving money overseas, Forex charges may not apply, will not apply. But Kavin, sorry, I don't know which country you are headed to, but in the US and Canada, I know for sure that certain banks have what they call as an incoming. Okay, in the US for sure, certain banks do have what they call as an incoming wire transfer fee. So that can range from $5 to $15 depending on the bank. So that is something that they charge, and that is irrespective of the amount that you are receiving.
Wait, I've applied. So one question is from Morning Narang, and I think Payal, you have not answered this, right?
Which one? Yeah, I
this
think they've
I'm
answered this, no? Partial
okay,
loan
okay, okay,
amount.
okay. Right. So putting next question from Tanvi Mittal, but this TCS can be redeemed while filing ITR. I hope no catches there.
No, there are no catches. Definitely not.
Okay,
Also, we've not answered
perfect.
Monil's question. I applied for a partial loan amount, and for the part left would be would
Just
the
a second,
TCS
I'm
be
putting that.
5%? The answer to that is yes.
Okay.
Also,
Yeah, so
there's one
I hope
question
that.
by Rohan.
Hmm.
I was suggested to open a UK bank account from here in India, HSBC or ICICI. Is it advisable to transfer the funds in these accounts and then pay fees? Yes. But again, Rohan, like I mentioned earlier, HSBC and ICICI don't have the best branch network. So I would strongly suggest, like I studied in the UK and I had the same options as well. But HSBC and ICICI unfortunately don't have the best branch network. So as a student, I would strongly suggest that you pick a bank with a good branch network, especially when you are studying there.
Perfect. One question is from Ashish Sahu.
Ashish Sahu,
In case of
yeah.
India,
Transfers from abroad. No, this is applicable only for India. This rule applies. TCS rule is
right.
applies only to people who are remitting from India.
From India.
Dave, you have to answer this. What is the best bank to open an account in
Uh,
US?
Kavin, good question, but I would suggest JP Morgan Chase or Bank of America. They have the best branch network over the US.
Swapnil is asking this. Next
Yes,
question is from
yeah.
Swapnil,
Swapnil,
and
this is not
yeah,
changing for education. It is not changing post October also. So your
Yeah.
loan amount will your TCS amount percentage will remain the same post October
Same.
because education and medical remittances are exempt from this rule. I mean, they're not exempt from the percentage, but they don't come under this new rule per se.
yeah. So next question I've got from YouTube Live only, that Tanvi is asking, how is the exchange rate calculated, running average?
No, it's not a running average. It's calculated on a daily basis, depending, or we sometimes we cannot even hold the rate for the day due to the high fluctuations. So the base rate that you can consider sometimes when you are transferring is what you see on Google.com. That's the base rate, and over and above, there would be a commission charge which would be included in the rate. So it's not a running average. It varies sometimes. It can even vary within 15 to 20 minutes, higher or lower. So since the currencies are very, very volatile.
Perfect. Anusha is asking, what are drawbacks if I load Forex and pay on university
I've
website
just
and not on
replied. I've just replied.
okay.
Very, very good question.
The
You may
only
not
thing is
be
If
that
able
you
to
want to take
answer
it
that.
up for discussion, you can.
yeah, the only
Please
Yeah,
thing is
reply.
that these answers are not visible to the people who are on YouTube live, so they are asking that
So let's take
where are
it. We
Payal's
can take it
answers.
one by one. Yeah. Let me not
Yeah, so
type
just
then
I wanted
if it
to
is not
yeah,
visible. Sorry, I
just
didn't
wanted
know
to
that it's not visible.
just wanted to answer all the generic questions, all the questions that are not specific to any person. I wanted to take those questions.
Fine.
Uh, yeah.
So
So we can
Anusha,
start.
the biggest drawback about loading your Forex card and paying the university on the website is something that they will not allow. Most universities want an international wire transfer payment. Also, what I would not advise you to do is load the Forex card with such large amounts, because suppose if you're traveling there and you lose your card, then there will be a problem. Um, in case if you lose it and all of that. Number one. Number two is regardless of whether you load the whether you load the card or you transfer the fees, the charges, the TCS, the GST, everything is the same. So the clear benefit lies in transferring and not in loading on a forex card. Like today, now it's like saying that I'd rather do an RTGS, to the merchant rather than going and swiping my debit or credit card, right? Um, it's just the same way.
I'll take up this
Any
Ashish
question,
Day's
Payal, you
question.
want to? Yeah,
Ashish
let
Day, I've paid
Ashish
2000
Day.
GBP. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So you pay 2000 fee deposit as a self-funding and will be paying remaining of the amount, approximately 30 lakhs. What will be the taxes on this? So for 30 lakhs, if you're paying through education loan, then the amount above 7 lakhs will attract 0.5%. If you're paying from self-funding, then it'll attract 5%. So for 2,000 pounds, argument's sake, you would have paid about 2.5 to 3 lakhs. So your next 4 lakhs is exempt, and above that will be chargeable.
Yeah. So next question I'm taking is on YouTube Live, and question is from Jyoti. If you open a local bank account in foreign country, how FRR will help in transferring money?
From Indian Bank.
Oh,
Shall I take up there?
so yeah, take it.
So Jyoti, when you open a account in a foreign bank, so you will have the bank details which you can forward to us, and we will do a simple remittance to your foreign bank account. So the money will be wire transferred from your Indian account, which you can also do, or any of your blood relative can also do from their part, and will reach your foreign bank account.
So this question, Bino Christopher is asking: is it possible to send amount in Indian bank account to a US bank after arriving at the US as a student?
Yes. It's for fees and insurance. What's process and charges? See, we'll be sending most of you, whoever's email ID we will get, we will definitely send all the details to you about the process and how to go about it. In case you have any specific thing, you may also put it back to us and we can reply to that. The process is
So
very
guys, at the
simple.
end of the webinar, we will share that slide that Dev
Yeah.
has shown about the contact and email. We will present that
Yes.
in the end. You can take it from here as well. And after this event, you will get a mail from GyanDhan, which will contain the contact details of Deepak, Dev and Payal. So this question I wanted to take. I'm not sure if we have taken this question from Kevin, that it's the best time to transfer money. Have you taken that question?
No, we haven't.
No. So yeah.
I think I replied individually to him. But anyways,
Yeah, I
they
think it
will
would
take
be
it up.
helpful for
They take it
the
up.
students on YouTube also. Yeah.
They will take it up.
There is nothing like that. There are all these random theories that people keep saying Monday is better than Friday and Wednesday is better than Thursday. It's too unpredictable, guys. Please do not listen to these theories. It may just coincidentally happen that one day can be better or one time can be better in a particular month. But my sincere request to everyone is please do not speculate on the rate increasing or decreasing, because majority of the times what we have seen is when people are waiting for the rate to go down, exactly the opposite happens, and you end up to save 20 paisa, you will end up paying 50 paisa extra. So and you guys are going there to study, as it is you are spending a lot of money, so please don't speculate on rate fluctuations.
Yeah, one question that I am getting on YouTube, that if these are the quality of service, then how does FRR earn? This is the question. So many questions students have asked.
So we earn our commission in the rate that we charge you.
And we have negotiated better rates for
So-
bulk transactions. So your bank is not able to offer you that rate.
right. So, I think we have covered this type of
Yeah,
question,
we
right?
did. But anyways,
Right.
credit card abroad will be counted as remittance if we are paying the credit card bill amount in INR. Sorry, will using credit card abroad be counted as remittance? No, it won't be counted as remittance per se, but it would be your forex spend only. So
Yes.
any amount spent on the credit card will attract TCS.
Right. I think Kevin has so many questions, and he's asking good questions as well. So, since they are exchanged, will it debited from my loan, or should I pay it from time to time? Yeah.
No, so that is included in the the loan amount only. So whatever money you're transferring from your loan amount will be inclusive of the rate that we charge you or the exchange rate. So it's part of the loan amount, so as to speak.
Yeah. One more question
Ashish,
from
yeah,
Ashish
sorry. Rahul, go
question.
ahead, please. Then I'll
No, no,
take
no. Putting the
Ashish.
Ashish question, then I'll put next question and
Best
type in that
bank
question.
in UK, Dev has just told you.
Lloyd's is good, yeah. Lloyd's is good.
And best forex card for UK. See,
Okay.
all these cards work on Visa or Mastercard gateway. So using any bank's card is good enough. We give ICICI Bank cards. So in case you are present wherever our branches are there, so we can definitely give you ICICI Bank cards.
Yeah. So one question is from Pranjal. If you and bank loan both are paying educational fees, what would be the okay?
If so, basically for education, the TCS, if you take an education loan, the TCS will be 0.5%. If you are paying from your savings, it will be 5% in proportion.
Uh, yeah, more or less we have answered all the questions that are that were not of that were not specific to any person
I think
on
somebody has
YouTube.
asked
If there are,
about Chennai.
yeah, if there are any
So
questions on
we
Airmeet, we
do
can
not.
take that.
Yeah, I think there was one question wherein they were asking whether we are present in Chennai. So we currently do not have a branch network as such in Chennai, but for wire transfers we can operate for you because everything comes online. So any amount which has to be transferred to your university, whether you are based out of Chennai or Delhi or Hyderabad, can all work on the online platform because we expect all the documents from you via email.
Great. Dave, if you can share the email ID and contact that list that you put at the end of the webinar, so that people can get in touch with you. Those who are online and want to get in touch with GyanDhan, FRR can email
Yeah.
Dave or contact Payal. So yeah, these are the contact details, guys. If you want to get in touch with the FRR, or you can get in touch with, as I said earlier as well, that you can get in touch with GyanDhan as well. We can help you to get the forex done through FRR. So uh, I think Payal, if there are any questions, we can take that. Otherwise, we can.
Yeah, I'm just checking that if there's any other question. I'm just checking that. I think I have answered most of them.
Yeah, and if you want
I can
to
only say if
us to
some
cover
question is
anything
left
that is,
unanswered, please put it back.
yeah,
Yeah.
if you want to us to cover anything
Okay, you
that
can either
so that
email or you can put it back on the chat.
so that the viewers on YouTube can also know if you anything specific you would like to cover. One question from Mayuresh on YouTube live. I am seeing. I want to take that question. Just uh, let me take that question. Yeah. So the question is, what is advisable paying living cost via a forex card or an overseas bank account? I mean, transferring money. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dev has just answered that a while back,
Oh,
that
okay, okay,
we do
okay.
not load so much of money in the Forex card usually, so it's better to wire
Right,
transfer
right,
it.
right. Okay. Uh, yeah, I think we have
Ashok's
covered all the
question.
questions.
Ashok
Right.
Ashok has sent in a question that I got education loan. Yeah. So, Ashok, you can get in touch with us or GyanDhan whenever you want to send your fee. So we may help you out with the process, and once you transfer the funds, and then we can just get the money via transfer to your university or to your account abroad.
So I wanted to cover a few questions are there in the YouTube live that I can see. People are naming a few organizations that what makes you different from XYZ. So just to sum it up, Dev, if you can just give us points again. Although you have covered already so much, but to sum it up, give it in short that what makes you different from all the other companies that provide such kind of service.
Okay, so I think Rahul, that's a very, very good point. Obviously, I think the rates is something that is very, very important, and I think that is where we are. I want to say, I don't want to say that we are the best, but I can confidently say we are competitive. Number one. Number two, I think you will see a significant difference in the service that is provided, in the seamless and the smooth transaction and a query resolution process. So that is something, I think these are the two most important factors that you need to keep in mind when you are transferring. And lastly, um, how trustworthy the company is, because ultimately, even though someone might, you don't want your uh, funds to be misappropriated or anything like that. So it's very important to trust the company that you are transferring with. And I think I can proudly, I'm not boastfully saying it, but I can proudly say that we've been around for 40 years, and I'm sure people have trusted us so much, and that has led to our long existence. So these are the two, three things that I would genuinely ask you to look into this.
Perfect, perfect. So yeah, I think that's all. We have covered almost all the questions, and if you guys have any more questions, Dave has already shared the contact details. You can get in touch with FRR Forex. They will love to help you out, and GyanDhan can also help you. So you can get in touch with any of us. Thank you so much, Dave. Thank you so much, Payal, for your time and uh, for all the enlightening things that you shared, all the information that you shared about Forex. I think Forex is a topic, foreign exchange is a topic that involves money, and that's very important to understand the nitty gritty of the same while transferring the money. So thank you so much for explaining everything in detail and helping out in answering all the questions in detail. We hope this webinar helped you, everyone who has attended. Thank you so much. And yeah, Dave, if you want to add anything at the end, Payal? Yeah,
Just thanks
Thanks a
to
lot,
everyone
Rahul.
that
Thanks a
they
lot
have
for
been so
having us.
interactive.
yeah.
And they've,
Uh,
kind of solved a lot of queries for others as well. And we
right.
are always there. I mean, our contact details are there. You may please get in touch with us even after the webinar.
Yeah.
And because
Webinar.
when you're sending your money, you have a lot of questions in your mind. So we'll be happy to assist you on whichever questions and whatever doubts you have.
Yes. Yeah. Dave, if you want to add anything, yeah, you can
No,
now.
that's it. I think we look forward to working with you guys, and thanks a lot, Rahul, for having us yet
Yeah.
again.
So, thank you so much, guys, and thank you so much everyone who has come on our YouTube live as well. And thank you for posting so many questions, making this conversation engaging. Yeah, goodbye and have a great day.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Bye bye.